How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Friday Night Football review for round 4 of the NRL. Good Friday, so good Friday night to all you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. We saw the Melbourne Storm, man. They beat the Broncos 40 points to 6 down there at Amy Park in Melbourne. It was a very one-sided affair. Although the first 20 minutes or so, I thought the Broncos were quite well, but hope you guys are all doing well on this Friday night. Let's get right into the review, man. Not much to talk about. Melbourne were very good tonight. But look, the first 20 minutes or so, the Broncos, they were right in this game when they scored the first try there in the, the 5th minute or so with Xavier Coates. A very nice try there. He outran Josh Adokar, which you don't see every day, but a great try there from Xavier Coates. Great start for the Broncos. 6-0 early. The Melbourne Storm, man, they were sloppy in the first 20. Their discipline was a little bit disappointing. And then in the 25th minute, they started to get going. Ryan Pappenhausen scoring a try. Then he scored again in the 29th minute. And then again in the 34th minute. And in the 36th minute. Pappenhausen scored 4 tries in 11 minutes. It was absolutely unbelievable. I could not believe what I was watching. I live streamed the game. It was unbelievable. Pappenhausen, man, 4 tries in 11 minutes. That is ridiculous, man. How the hell do you do that? It's unbelievable. And then at halftime, man, Melbourne led 34 points. 34. Melbourne led 24 points to 6. I don't know what that noise was there, but Melbourne 24-6 at halftime, man. A very good start, a very good lead for Melbourne early on. The Broncos, I mean, they were trying very hard, but I think they were just overplaying their hand a little bit too much in that first half. And then anyway, in the second half, the Broncos, they came out a completely different team. They were diabolical. The defense was a little bit shaky. Their attack was very ordinary. They just looked very lost when it was 24-6 down. They had no idea. It's sort of like, oh, well, it's too hard now. We're now 24-6. And then George Jennings scored 2 tries in about 5 minutes. Melbourne, at this point, are leading 32 points to 6. Munster scores a try, which was an unbelievable try as well. It was a bit of razzle-dazzle when he scored. And then Josh Adokar in his 100th game kicked a penalty goal pretty much on full time. And the Melbourne Storm win 40 points to 6, man. It was a very one-sided affair. It wasn't much to talk about, but for the Melbourne Storm, Pappenhausen clearly best on ground. 4 tries, 292 metres. It was fantastic. For George Jennings had a better game for Melbourne, scoring 2 tries as well. Christian Welch had a good game in his 100th game. Tom Eisenhuth looked pretty good as well. Kenny Bromwich wasn't too bad. Kamikamifa off the bench had a fair game. Melbourne's bench, I thought Nelson Solomono and Chris Lewis played quite well for the Storm. Nico Hines didn't really do much because he didn't really play a lot. And Trent, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he had a fair game. For the Broncos, hard to really pick out some good players, but I thought Xavier Coates was quite good. I thought David Mead, he had his moments, but defensively not great. Milford, he struggled a little bit, but there's only so much he can do in the side. Payne Haas, he had a pretty good game for the Broncos. I thought Jordan Ricky was a little bit disappointing. I'm not too sure if Jordan Ricky is ready for first grade. I don't know if he is ready to be that big name star yet. I know that played Melbourne, but ever since Jordan Ricky came in to the Broncos side from round 1, he just hasn't delivered yet as we speak. But in the All-Star game, he played brilliantly. I thought he was best on ground, but ever since that game, he hasn't really shown a lot, in my opinion. So he needs to try and find some consistency and maybe try and get himself more involved. But it's not his fault. And, Broncos, Pangai Jr. off the bench wasn't too bad, but it was handled quite well. Not much to talk about here, but the Melbourne Storm, far too good for the Broncos here. They win the game 40 points to 6. My top 3 players on ground. Number 3, Christian Welch. Number 2, Tom Eisenhuth. And number 1, my man of the match, Ryan Pappenhausen. He was absolutely outstanding. He is my man of the match for this game. But guys, not much to talk about here. Melbourne win 40-6. They're too good for the Broncos. And Melbourne, they play the Bulldogs next week, so you'd think it'd be more of the same. The Broncos play the Rabbitohs, so that's going to be a big game for them in itself. But guys, that's it for the review. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.